We're here with Four today. If you could introduce your name, position in the band.
Yeah, my name is Mattie Montgomery. I'm the vocalist of the band.
Yeah, so we're just going to start off with talking about the tour. I know it's a little bit early on in, but how's it been so far, and what have the crowd reactions been?
It's been incredible, man. This is our first time playing the main stage of Warped Tour, and so we kind of didn't know what to expect. We all went to Warped Tour and watched bands play on the main stage, and we have kind of, between you and me, we kind of felt like we probably didn't deserve to be here, but man, it's been incredible, to see kids out here all across the country, losing their minds, man. Crowd surfing, going crazy, singing our songs. So it's cool, man. It's a lot of fun.
And so is the crowd response kind of different from a normal tour, considering people are coming from all different backgrounds of music, rather than, oh, we're just going to see Four Today, a Four Today headliner?
Yeah. It's different in that there's like a few thousand people who totally don't care. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people watching us, but then there's a bunch of other people that are like texting and taking selfies and going to get food and going to the bathroom and whatever, and watching other bands. But as far as the people that are watching us, I feel like they all kind of know what to do. But I will say, I think the thing that makes the biggest difference is that because it's outside and because there's so much going on, by the end of any set at Warped Tour, the whole crowd is like, you know what I mean? So my job is like twice as hard to get the crowd amped the whole time and keep everybody excited and stuff, because it's hot and uncomfortable. So it's definitely a little bit of a different feel or different atmosphere on Warped Tour than anywhere else.
Do you guys kind of try to switch up the lineup or the set list just for fans that might not have heard you guys ever before, or is it kind of just relatively the same?
Yeah, we play songs. I think we play our favorite songs toward the end, just in case any people kind of weren't paying attention and wander over as our set is going on or whatever. But really, I mean, at the end of the day, we kind of just play whatever songs we want and hope that people like them or don't. You can't please everybody, so we figure that we just want to play the songs that are the most fun for us to play and just let it go.
Yeah, and so you guys are known for doing preaching in the middle of your set and whatnot. And so is that kind of harder to spread that message, during a Warped Tour crowd? Like you said, people seem a little bit less interested.
No, man. It's funny. I preach at a lot of churches as well, and it's funny because at Warped Tour you have a whole bunch of kids that feel like they're a part of something special, and they feel like, man, maybe we could change something. And so when you tell them that God has given you not only the power but the responsibility to impact your world for the glory of God, something in them, I think, responds to that, and you get thousands of kids, most of whom don't even know Jesus, who will cheer for that and respond to it and say, yeah, I want that, But the funny thing is, man, when I go into churches and I say to them, it's not only do you have the opportunity, but you have the responsibility to impact your world for the glory of God. They're all like, oh, yeah, I've heard it a million times. It's not a big deal to me. It's nothing new. It's nothing special. We all come into church and we clap and we pretend like we care about this, but we're not really going to do anything about it, So these kids, man, they're radical, and these kids really want to see change, and so I hope that at least some of them are hungry enough, or at least are honest enough to come to grips with the fact that really the only thing that has power to change things in an eternal sense is the name of Jesus,
So with all these positive responses that you have had radical kids out there, what's sort of an interesting story that you could share with us that would definitely display the character of God or anything like that?
Man, today this happened today.
Or today.
We were doing a signing today, and a girl came up, and she said, "Can I give you a hug?" And I grabbed her and said, "Yeah, of course, let's hug." So she held her arm out and she said, "See these cuts?" And she had cuts all the way up her arm. And she said, "I promise you that the next time you see me, these won't be cuts, these will be scars." And she said, I'm done cutting forever. I've been set free today. What you said today changed my life. And it's like, man, maybe 3,000 people totally ignored what I said today, but if one person heard it and their life is impacted by that, it's all been worth it, man.
Yeah, definitely. Is it ever hard to like kind of be such a like people want to obtain you like to talk about Jesus so often? Is it kind of hard being this public figure of Christ, where you can't necessarily, you physically don't have the time to be with each and every one of these individuals at all times? Is that kind of hard for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not only is it hard, it's impossible, and that's why. Actually, earlier today, somebody asked me my favorite Bible verse, and I said it's John 3:30, and it says, "He must become greater, I must become less." Real simple. And so, the focus of our band, the focus of my life, is to point people to Him, not to point people to me. I mean, I'm doing the best I can, but I'm going to mess up, from time to time, and I don't have it all figured out. I don't know everything, and so. While there's so many kids seeking me out, my goal is to hopefully inspire them to look past me and to see Him. And instead of seeking me out, I pray that they would seek Jesus out, and they would go to prayer, they would go to church, they would go to the Bible, and they would say, I want to know who Jesus really is. And at the end of the day, man, if they can find Him, it doesn't matter if they ever get a chance to meet me, because that's what it's all been about.
And is that kind of how you have to approach fans and other artists in the same light? While you're here on Warped Tour, it's known for a party scene. It's known for being a party tour, I guess you'd say. So do you kind of approach fans and artists in the same respect?
Yeah, I mean, just because of the way the schedule works out, we kind of get a lot more time to hang out with guys in bands than we do with the fans out in the show. So there will be times that we get to sit around for an hour or two and just sort of share our heart and share our story with guys in other bands. I also lead a Bible study twice a week that's open to anybody from Warped Tour, and we have a big group of people that come to that. So we kind of have to be really intentional about the way that we do it, but I try to make as many opportunities as I can to get quality time to really sort of pour into the lives of the people around me.
So with Warped being a once-a-year thing, what's something that makes it the most special for you, and why do you continue to take part in Warped Tour?
I think the thing that I love the most about Warped Tour is how diverse it is. I mean, there was probably 3 or 4 years that I said that Finch was my favorite band ever. Loved them, knew all the words to all their songs, had like 10 Finch shirts. I loved that band so much. And they played right after us today, and it's like there's no other tour where For Today and Finch would get like matched up, you know what I mean? Same with Yellow Card. I saw Yellow Card on Warped Tour 10 years ago, loved them, freaked out about them, bought their albums, bought their shirts, had stickers and posters in my room, loved Yellow Card, thought they were awesome. Same thing, they're also on our stage this year. And it's like For Today and Finch and Yellow Card would never wind up on tour together anywhere but Warped Tour, And I think that's the thing that I love the most is like, being a dude that plays in a metalcore band, it kind of wears down on you hearing people be like, open up this pit, here comes a breakdown. It's like I do it and I get tired of it, you know what I mean? And especially when there's 6 bands on a tour that are all doing the same thing, it gets old fast. So it's cool to kind of get to get that diversity musically and stuff, and to get to meet bands and hang out with bands that we never would get to tour with normally,
Definitely. All right, and so lastly, what's next for Today after Warped Tour? Just let fans know where they can find you.
We are going to be coming back to a city near you on tour, on a tour that I'm not technically allowed to announce yet. It may or may not be with a band that has the word Romans in their name, but I can't say anything for sure. So
I've heard of a band that has Romans in it, maybe.
Have you?
Maybe.
I mean, it could be any number of like 10 bands. Like, it's pretty common. But it's we're coming back soon, man. We're always on the grind, so I'm sure we'll be in a city near you soon. In the meantime, you can find us at fortodayband.com to find out when we're coming through your area.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, well, that concludes the interview. Thank you so much for having us. Guys, this is Cam Interview signing out. Take it easy.